Hey yo, what's up and welcome back to another Timmymon Duel Links video, and today we have Red Eye Zombies. Red Eye Zombies is my favorite deck, and this is why I'm gonna show you my current Red Eye Zombie list, and this will be the last deck I do in my KC Cup series. Usually when I play Red Eye Zombies, I like to keep the deck, actually I like to have more than 20 cards, so usually you'll see me, so this is something I would usually do. I'll up the ratios of these. And I'm not afraid to play 25 cards. And I would play like one other special defensive card that usually isn't so common. Maybe a Chalice, maybe I avoid Wall of D in this build. Maybe a Chalice, a Rush Recklessly, you know, something that's not common. And this is what I would usually do in my Red Eye Zombie list. But because the KC Cup is coming up and our focus is a lot different to grinding out games, you know, our focus is just trying to OTK people as quick as we can. So we're trying to open up Gazuki, we're trying to open up Red Eye's Insight, and we're trying to open up Enemy Controller. And for every single card that we add, we're just gonna draw it a lot less. We're down to the point that we only have one defensive trap. That's Mirror Wall. Usually I love to play Chris. I love to play Curse. I love to play Windstorm. But because, you know, our goal is to OTK, I could even consider dropping this to play maybe a maybe something else, maybe the third Red Eye Zombie or something. You know, Red Eye Zombies is my favorite deck. It's my go-to deck. At the moment on the ladder, it's not so popular, but I think things will change because nothing can really stop how consistent this deck is. It's got a good matchup against. I wouldn't say it has a good matchup against anything, but it has like a slightly above average matchup against everything. Anyway, let's get into our replays, and then we'll have one live game, and then I'll talk about what cards we might change in and out. Okay, so I actually only have 4 replays for you today. I think I must have missed one of the replays that I wanted to show. But yeah, anyway, we have 4 replays, and then we'll go into one live game. And yeah, this one's up against Maximilian Pegasus. And it's awesome that he has an extra deck. So it could be Gladiator Beast. We open a decent hand. We have Insight, and then the Gazuki just makes it really nice. Unfortunately, we had the. Okay, let's pause this. Unfortunately, we had the Bacon Saber in our hand. Otherwise, we would before we do anything, the play would have been to summon Gazuki, dump the Bacon Saber, and actually attack with the Gazuki. At this point, we're thinking it's a Gladiator Beast player, so we would attack. If it was an impenetrable attack, then we could banish the Bacon Saber, and then nothing in his deck can actually get over the 1900 attack Gazuki. So that's something that we're thinking about. Laquari is their biggest monster, it's 1800 attack. In Gladiator Beast, they're setting more than one card. So at this point, he has to draw into his enemy controller to be able to get through the Gazuki. So we know he doesn't have it. But none of this matters because he floodgates, and we have the Bacon Saber in our hand, and he actually draws a Gazuki. So I think I saw this come from the left. So we know that these are likely to be monsters as well. Otherwise, he would set something, right? Yeah. So actually, what happened here? Okay, so he attacked with his bestiary, and okay, sorry. So he attacked with his bestiary, and then he attacked with his Laquari. So at this point, he knows that I have a Red Eye Spirit set because I searched it. He has Mind Scan. So I decided to take this attack because I don't want him to Murmillo my dude. So the only other play that he had would be to BCRE this first and then Murmillo this. So if I had used Red Eye Spirit, then he could just Murmillo it, but this way he has to do double BCRE to be able to clear. And you know, I'm okay with this. It lets me, you know, I have a chance to attack. At this point, I have to attack, and yeah, we kind of predicted the Spear Hero because he has no set. So we were forced to attack. That's fine. We have Red Eye Spirit. He makes the attack with this, and it's fine because he can't tag out. So here you gotta know when you're able to set cards against Gladiator Beast. Usually you avoid setting cards because they attack into it and tag out. He has Mind Scan, he knows it's a Bacon Saver. But I'm actually pretty desperate here for my Bacon Saver to die because if it dies, then I can protect it with my protect my next Red Eye Zombie. So what happens here is if he summons a monster and it clears both my monsters, he has actually no value to tag out into. So he can't get a Murmillo to pop a monster, he can't get a BCRE. So so that's the best place to set a monster when they can't get value. So against Gladiator Beast players, when they're attacking you and you have with a BCRE, then you don't have to fear your cards getting popped by a BCRE because he can't tag into another one. So I wouldn't even use spells and traps against BCRE. And yeah, so the same with monsters. You know, if he has Murmillo, he can't tag into a Murmillo, so you don't need to play around it. And here's a neat play. We decided to crash our dude into this, so it's our only play because if he has a Karibo, he has a Karibo. We can't play around it. We had the chance to dump Gazuki to banish to do the same play, but actually we choose to not keep the Gazuki on board because he can always top deck a Laquari. If he top decks a Laquari, he can tag and kill this, but this way he actually can't. And it gives us that extra turn to get the enemy controller. So at that point in the game, we had 3 enemy controllers, a Mirror Wall, and a Karibo left as defensive cards. So we were pretty good position to win this game. Yeah, it didn't look good from the beginning. It was a pretty terrible opening. But because we were able to thin our decks and just leave the deck with good cards left, we had, yeah, we ended up having a good win there. This next game, it's a Roma strategy. So, okay, if you're playing a Roma strategy, then I don't think you need to have an extra deck. Like, probably still good to have one, but yeah. Anyway, this hand is like a god hand. And it's sort of like the reason why you can't really play Hazy Flame. With Hazy Flames, you either have it or you don't. And yeah, there's nothing that he could have done to play around it. Yeah, so you know, sometimes you just draw godly. Yeah, so at this point, okay, so I forgot to talk about it, but when I was playing, you know, he only set 2. He didn't set the 3rd one, and it was in his hand, and he didn't surrender. And when he set it, this was an obvious soul exchange, so it's not that relevant at this stage. But you know, here, when he did set it, like, okay, yeah. As soon as he sets it and you know it's a soul exchange, it gives you some extra information. I actually think, so he makes a mistake here by actually summoning this. He should have set it, because it allows me to crash my dude and then bring him back and kill him for exact lethal. So yeah, okay, so this will be the last replay. This is a replay against Ancient Gear deck. Yeah, okay, so against Ancient Gears, we already know 15 of their cards. So we know that Floodgates are common, we know that Wall of D's are common, we know what cards are common. So here I draw a decent hand. I have double spirit, so here I was thinking about discarding Red Eye's zombie as well. So actually, when I was playing, when I'm playing, I spent a lot of time. So in the replay, you can't really tell, but as soon as I was playing, I spent a lot of time considering whether or not to play the inside, because I already had the Red Eye zombie. So if I didn't play the inside, I could have discarded the inside. So I would have 2 insides to discard and a Red Eye zombie to discard, and I wouldn't have this spirit. So then I would have 3 discards. But here, you know, I just go with the I just go with the 2 discards because I think I felt like it would be enough. Here I have no play. I summon Gazuki here, and I thought for a while, like what cards could he have? So if he had a Wall of D, okay, nothing happens. If he had a Floodgate, would he use Floodgate here? I would probably say no. So the whole time I'm still thinking, okay, the possibility of a Floodgate, okay, is still there. At this point, I actually there was a very long delay. So when you're playing the game, you can tell a lot of information by how long the delays are. And here there was quite a long delay. So I was thinking there must be a Floodgate, and he was considering or not to use a Floodgate. But because he knows that I have a spirit, it tells me that even if he Floodgates, he won't have a way to deal with the Red Eye's zombie. So this is what's going through my head. So instead I just used the effect and chain. So even if he had Floodgate, he couldn't use it. I dumped sorry, okay, so I dumped, actually, I could dump Bacon Saver, but I choose to dump Samurai Skull. And the reason is, if this was a Floodgate, I actually had, I had a read that this was a Wall of D and this was a Floodgate. So if that was the case, I would just, this would die, then I would be able to crash this, banish that to summon this, attack, and then, yeah. And instead of using the spirit, because he doesn't know that this is a spirit at this point, so I wanted to keep this anonymous. It could be a mirror wall, it could be something else, it could be enemy controller. So anyway, I wanted to dump the Samurai Skull because it's the most aggressive play here. And yeah, so actually I don't know. In the end, I summoned it anyway. Yeah, I make this play to attack this, and the whole time, yeah, it's hard to give you the full what's going through my head, because as I'm playing this, I'm calculating what are the chances of these are double Floodgates, and it's 100%. Because he didn't do anything to my attack last turn, there was no delay. So I thought it was 2 Floodgates. Yeah. So anyway, I wasn't really able to explain all of the information that was going through my head as I was playing. But let's go into one live game, and hopefully it's a good game, and I can explain what's going through my mind. Okay, we're up against a Brazilian. I know you Brazilian viewers are here. Hit that thumbs up if you're a Brazilian. Be our pride. Anyway, let's hope this is a good game. Balance. Oh, I don't know if this is a Gladiator Beast sick, but I wouldn't. No, yeah, no way. It's probably like a Slash Dragon deck. If I had to bet on it, it would be a Slash Dragon deck, and that makes me almost want to confirm it. No, I think I have to storm here because if this is a floodgate, then I'm just screwed. And it is a floodgate. Normal summon. Okay. There's two choices. There's bacon. So I can attack over this. Bacon will protect it from whatever bigger comes out, and then I can dump this and summon. Or I can just dump this, let this die, and then this is live, just in case he's able to deal with that. But yeah, okay, I'll dump bacon because I'd much rather draw red eyes than bacon, and I think bacon, my Gazuki will survive because of the Karibo as well. So this makes me really think he's playing a Slash Dragon deck. Maybe he's playing the Dark Fusion that he can just yeah. Oh, so he doesn't even go for the. So now it's just game. I'm gonna dump the Red Eyes Zombie. So to play around Floodgate, in the replay, you saw me use Gazuki's effect and then chain the Red Eye Spirit. So because the last thing to happen isn't the summon, you can't Floodgate it. So you might have wondered why my opponent didn't Floodgate my monster in the replay. That's because I was playing around it. The next time that I summoned a Red Eyes, it was in the damage step, so he also can't Floodgate in the damage step. So every summon that I had was playing around a Floodgate. And the same thing happens here when you activate Storm and then chain Red Eye Spirit. You're able to summon the Red Eyes, but since it destroys buff, since the last thing to happen isn't the summon, it's actually the destruction, you can't actually chain it. The only useful chainable card here would be what is it called? Curse of Anubis. Oh, I could have summoned this. And if I summoned this would have been game. Anyway, that was just a misplay. For some reason I thought I already used my normal summon. This kind of sucks that I wasn't able to give you a good game. Yeah. So here I will let it die. Because this can kill this, and then Snipe Hunter can pop the back row. Snipe Hunter can at least bait out the back row. Here I'll discard Red Eye Spirit. Usually I would not discard Spirit, but because he has no way to deal with my board, the defensive card would be better. Okay. Let's just go for it. It's game anyway, but I just want to see if I'm lucky enough to hit it. Easy. Anyway, there you have it. That's my Red Eye Zombie deck. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Maybe Snipe Hunter is uncommon. Spear Creeper might be uncommon, but the rest of it is pretty standard. Yeah, I think for the way to go in the KZ Cup is you want to play something consistent. You want to play something fast and something that can grind, but not too grindy. So yeah, I would really recommend this. I was testing out Hazy Flame for a while, but then I just thought, you know, Hazy Flame isn't consistent enough, and I couldn't bring myself to post a Hazy Flame video, because if it's a deck that I don't believe in, I don't want to bring that to you either. So this is a deck that I would play over Hazy Flame. It's pretty budget friendly, except the Gazukis. So if you have the Gazukis, you know, the rest of these can be anything. So this was your main engine. You know, these could be anti-magic arrows, but I wouldn't. And these other 3 slots can literally be like any defensive card, like anything at all. It could be Dress, it could be Rush Recklessly, it could be any defensive, like Wall of D. It could be anything. But I chose to play Karibo because I don't want to get owned by. I just wanted to have like a range of defensive cards. So, you know, they have to play around. If they see one Karibo, they might play around a second. If they see one Mirror Wall, they might play around a second. Yeah. So anyway, this is how I'm going to be playing it for the KC Cup. Probably as the meta changes, this deck will also change. So if we see more Hazy Flames, you know, this Snipe Hunter will come out, and you might see a Curse and a Windstorm. If you see a lot of mirror matches, I don't know, maybe you'll see another Mirror Wall or another Spear Karibo. If you see a lot of Gladiator Beast, maybe you'll see a 3rd Storm. If you see a lot of Cyber Angels, maybe more Wall of Disruptions. So anyway, yeah, based on the meta, it's really easy to just take a couple cards out and change them around. And yeah, and with this deck, I'm not afraid to play more than 20 cards. You know, the first part of the KC Cup, it'll be really fast, trying to get an early lead, and then after that, I'll change to more grindy build. I'll play 23 cards, 25 card zombie deck. And with more tech cards, I'll also up the Samurai scale just to have a better ratio. Yeah, so anyway, that's my Red Eye zombie deck and the changes that you can make. Yeah, this is pretty free to play friendly. Like if you only have Curse and Windstorm, that's fine. There are quite a few other decks that we might see in the KC Cup that I didn't get a chance to cover. You know, we're definitely going to see Cyber Angels. We're definitely going to see Gladiator Beast. But one other deck I wanted to talk about was the, you know, last KC Cup we had a Cancer deck. It was like a Jama King, a Cyberstein. Yeah, so that kind of deck might also see a Resurgence. And we might see a lot more burn decks because all of our cards don't interact with it. So those are decks that we have to be ready to adapt to. Yeah, there in this meta there are so many good decks that we can play at the moment. So as we're playing, keep track of what decks you're seeing. If you have a friend, ask them what they're seeing, and then sort of be ready to adapt to the meta, because you want to be a step ahead of you want to be a step ahead of everyone else, and that's the only way you can reach the top. That will be really lucky. But anyway, that's all I have time for today. You know, good luck for the KC Cup. I'm gonna be resting tonight. We're gonna be resting tomorrow, and all the way up until the KC Cup. Good luck, everyone, and yeah, please hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. It encourages me a lot to hear your comments. Yeah, anyway, good luck. Let me know how you do in the KC Cup. I'll do a thoughts on the KC Cup video afterwards, talk about what I thought of the meta, what I thought of the event. Anyway, we'll catch you guys again later. Peace out, guys.